Hello everyone, welcome to Tactical Safety. Today we're going to talk about this prison escape out of Pennsylvania, right outside Philadelphia. It happened about 3 weeks ago. We're going to talk about how the escape happened, what happened during his limited time of freedom, which was about 2 weeks, and the importance of exercising your Second Amendment rights as well as being proficient with your firearms. We're going to start with part of this news story, and the links for all this will be in the description box. Check this out.
We begin tonight with new details in the brazen breakout and manhunt that has captured international attention. Hundreds of law enforcement officers from multiple agencies are looking for Danilo Cavalcante, and we finally know how the dangerous fugitive escaped from a prison outside of Philadelphia. Take a look at this new video. The convicted killer is seen scaling between two walls, moments later escaping to freedom. And we now know this is how another inmate escaped in May. But as CBS's Nikki Dementri reports, the guards didn't notice Cavalcante escaped for a full hour, giving him a head start.
Tonight, we're seeing newly released video of Danilo Cavalcante's daring escape from prison. The escaped murderer crab walks up the prison wall, then jumps down to a less secure area before pushing through razor wire to exit the facility.
You saw on there how he ended up stretching out his hands like this and walked up the wall between the two walls, because the dude is limber and he's slim, so he can easily do that. But you see how he first looked up at the tower and said, "So long, bye-bye." Then he scaled the wall and was like, "So long, bye-bye." Come on. Then he made his way through the razor wire and said, "Goodbye to my pain and my sorrow. So long, so long, bye-bye." Y'all catch it, everybody? Come. Oh man, that dude was determined. So now he knew the area. He was familiar with the area. And then after he had been on the run for almost 2 weeks, this is crazy right here. So he sees a house with a garage open. He goes in there, and the guy who lives there, he's in the garage working on something. And he left a .22 rifle leaned up in the corner of the garage, which the criminal stole, and the gun was already loaded. So let me put y'all on game. These anti-gun news agencies, the anti-Second Amendment news agencies, what they'll try and do, they will try and demonize anything. Now, I just know they were just hoping that it would have been an AR-15 that this dude stole, because then that would have been giving them more ammunition to for their ridiculous narrative of, oh, that's why they need to ban those AR-15s. If they didn't have them in the first place, he wouldn't have stolen it. But since it wasn't an AR-15, what they tried to do, they found out it was a .22 rifle, they said, with a scope and a flashlight. So they want to try and relate it to an AR-15 as much as possible, because they figure, oh, a scope and a flashlight looks real menacing on a gun, and it's really intimidating, so it's really scary, and we want people to think that's some kind of assault weapon, and that's why those weapons need to be banned. Now, a .22 rifle with a scope is like this. It's like this here. This is my Ruger 10/22 rifle. I bought this gun when I was like 21, maybe 22 years old. Now they have the takedown models, which you can flip a lever right here and take the barrel assembly apart. I have one of those also. It's the 10/22 Charger. Now, this scope right here is an average scope. I forgot how powerful it is, but it's decent for a .22. This is a rifle, .22 rifle with a scope, no flashlight. I'm not gonna put a flashlight on a .22. But then, you know what? With this .22, it's an average rifle. This is a 25 round magazine made by Ruger. I call it the double up mag because it has 25 rounds on this side. Flip it over, you got 25 more rounds. And this gun, because it has the swappable mag like this, all you got to do, like I just said, flip it over. When you get done using one set of 25 rounds, you got another 25 rounds right here. It's that simple. And the thing about it, this conventional looking 22 regular no frills rifle, it's just as lethal as this Smith & Wesson M&P 1522 rifle. Now the thing is, on the Ruger, just like on this, the M&P, it has an M2A1 flash hider, which can easily be unscrewed. It has 1/2 by 28 threads, so you can put the suppressor of your choice on here. So like this here, this already has the attachment on the barrel to put a suppressor. And you know what? With this gun right here, with this Ruger 1022 rifle, it's actually, when you think about it in terms of loading, it's actually a little more tactical than the 1522 because of the simple fact that right here, by flipping this thing over, you got 50 rounds at your disposal. Exactly, 50 rounds, but it looks like a regular hunting rifle. But these kind right here is what these anti-gun retards are all up in arms about, because they say this looks scary, it looks menacing, it looks intimidating. If you don't like guns, guess what? You ain't got to buy one. Don't infringe on my rights. Simple as that. Now, this right here, this has AR style magazine, holds 22 long rifle bullets, but holds 25 rounds just like the other kind. On this gun here, the 1522 has same controls as the AR-15 chambered in 5.56, 223, or 300 blackout. Exact same controls, because a lot of the parts on here, they fit ARs, because I customize all my long guns, including A and B mag release on everything. So, like I said, they said in the news article and all over the news that he had a 22 rifle with a scope and a flashlight. Now, on this, the M&P 1522 right here, see I have a red dot on here. More specifically, it's a SIG Romeo 5 red dot, which has the auto on, auto off. I put this red dot on all my ARs. It's a must-have. Shake on technology, auto off technology, has a 50,000 hour battery life, which is approximately 6 years. Now, you could also put a scope on this, which I'm not shooting a 22 that long distance like that. I thought about getting a magnifier for it. I'm still on the fence about that. I probably won't end up getting one. But, like I said, this is what they demonize right here. Scary looking weapons. Yeah. And like I said, a conventional rifle right here is just as lethal. Actually, a little bit more because, like I just said, you got 50 rounds right here. You got 25 rounds with the other one. So, when he went in that garage and stole the gun, they said the homeowner shot at him. He pulled his pistol out, shot at him several times. One news article said that he shot at him 7 times. Sir, if you shot at him 7 times and you missed all 7 shots, I'm just going to tell it like it is. You're a horrible shot. You need to take my class. You really do. Because you could have shot your neighbor's house, your neighbor's dog, whatever. I mean, that's horrible shooting right there. Because I guarantee if I have to fire 7 shots at someone, at least 5 of those shots are going to hit the person. But he doesn't know how to shoot. And the escaped convict, he probably doesn't know. He's not proficient with a gun at all. Because he stole the rifle. Because if he was proficient with that gun, and the dude he's already killed 2 people. He killed a so-called friend of his when he was living in Brazil over a car repair debt. And then he escaped custody and then fled to the United States and got fake IDs, changed his identity, all that stuff. And then he got with a young lady, and after she broke up with him, then he killed her, stabbed her like 38 times in front of her 2 kids. So this is somebody who doesn't care about anybody. And like I said, if he was proficient with that rifle, I guarantee he would have shot that homeowner if he knew how to use that gun, if he was savvy with it, if he was proficient at it. But the good thing is that didn't happen. And so they caught him after almost 2 weeks, and they were telling people around the area to stay in their houses and keep a careful eye on your property and everything. Don't leave keys in the car. Don't leave your cars unlocked, which should be common sense anyway. But you know what they say? Common sense ain't too common these days. But like I said, I work in my garage a lot. You already know my other business. I customize cars, trucks, and motorcycles. So I do a lot of my work right here in my garage, and I'm always armed anyway. But there's never a time when I leave a gun just laying around and have the garage door open on top of that. No, if a gun is laying around somewhere, like if I'm climbing up under a car or something like that and I need to take my gun off, then if I need to set it like on my table or someplace or on my tool cart, then you know what? My garage doors are closed. They're never open because I'm always thinking stuff like that. Somebody could have escaped from, because the county jail is not too far from here. So I'm always thinking like, okay, someone could escape custody. The county courthouse is not far from here either. So if someone escapes custody and they make their way over to this neighborhood, they sure as hell aren't going to make their way into my garage and get access to one of my guns. Ain't going to happen at all. So, like I always say, stay armed, stay vigilant, and stay tactical. We'll see y'all next time.
So long, let's go. So long, yeah, so long, yeah, so long.
And a special thanks to Jonathan Nelson for making this video even more entertaining.
So long, yeah, so long.